Tip Tuesdays. Hope you all are having a wonderful Tuesday this week. And we are here talking about
turns, part 3 of turns, which is going to be using your head. So, your head naturally follows your body, okay? We'll give you 2 options, but it's very important to use your head. It's going to help you with your turn. So, for example, if you're doing your turn and you don't use your head, you're going to be fighting against yourself. So you're going to be turning, and I'm not using my head, and now my body doesn't want to turn, and it's very, very difficult. So, when we do our turns, we're going to turn our head, and naturally, our body naturally follows. So if you just turn your head and don't turn your body at all, your body just has to turn. So when you do your turns, if you turn your head, your body's going to turn just like that.
easy peasy. So let's try it out a few times. Here we go.
So 2 different ways. First way is going to be a very simple way, and that is to turn your head pretty much immediately when you go for your turn, such as, so you immediately start to look. So as soon as you take your first step, start looking over your shoulder, keep looking until you find your partner, okay? You find yourself when you're practicing. That's going to be option number 1, is to continually turn your head when you turn. Yes?
It might feel awkward at first, but the more you practice it, the easier it's going to become, and your body's going to thank you for it because it'll feel much smoother throughout your turns. Also, it's a safety hazard, or a safety precaution. that way,
you avoid a hazard.
Yes, because if you're dancing, you're going to be able to see if someone's about to hit you or you're about to step on something, and you can avoid it more quickly.
Adjust your steps. So if I'm looking, I see Helena, I'm like, oh, I need to make a smaller step. Whereas if I don't look, I can run into her, right?
So that's option number 1. Number 2 is, instead of turning immediately when you start, looking immediately when you start turning, is actually to focus as much as you can on your partner or yourself if you're practicing. So as I turn, I'm going to still what we call spot in front of me wherever I'm supposed to end up. So I begin here, I'm going to keep looking this way as much as I can, and when I feel my chin hitting my shoulder, then I'm going to stop and I'm going to whip it around the other way, like this. That way I end facing where I began, here, and I do it again. I'm looking, and when I can't look any longer, then I whip around and I stop.
We're outside, we got planes above us and everything, so we're going to just pause just a second, make sure you hear us, make sure we're good to go. That's a more complicated or more advanced level way of turning. But either way, you're going to look better than not using your head at all. You're going to feel better. The second one, you're going to look really, really, really good. So here, I'm a spot, keep looking, whip my head around, and back to my basic step or turn.
Great. So there you have it. Number 1 option, look immediately as you start turning. Number 2 option, keep looking the direction you began the whole time as much as possible. So try them out, see what feels good for you. Remember, number 1 is a little bit easier level, number 2 is a little more advanced. So do what feels comfortable for you, but always try and challenge yourself.